When I wake up, I remember. Each small step in my journey matters. Every lecture, every late night study is all adding up. I just remember there was once a young version of me that didn't think I'll make it here till today. I'm making the most of my time being efficient, training hard, because I didn't show up just to waste my time. I showed up to focus on my goals. My dedication is powerful, and every morning is a chance to grow, and the worst thing that you could do to yourself is not become the person that you could be in this life. I'm sure everything will pave the way to success in the rewarding journey of medical school. So I'll keep going and will not stop until I reach all my goals.
Inspiring minds to the gate of knowledge and transformation, our esteemed university. Here we cultivate not only an academic excellence, we are here to build an ambitious future where each student can become a leader. We are here to create a vibrant community of thinkers, dreamers, and innovators. Hello everyone, my name is Lia, and we are the Future Ambassadors. And today we have the pleasure of diving into the dynamic world of student life. From navigating challenging projects to balancing extracurriculars, we are here to uncover the essence of university life. So without a further ado, let's get started and hear directly from Marlen about his exciting adventure here at Central Asian University.
As I know, medical school is one of the most challenging fields of study. So what motivated you to choose this pathway?
Well, basically, it's more of a desire to make a positive impact on people's life, which is giving me a fulfillment in the prospect of contributing to healthcare and helping other people while they're in their time.
Why did you choose Central Asian University to start your future?
To be honest, when I was trying to find a place where I can start my medical journey, I was not only prioritizing the education system, but rather I was taking into consideration different facts like personal growth or growing as a future leader. And the most important thing is education here at CUU in English. And I'm studying medicine in English, so it's going to be quite useful for my future career if I'm about to work in foreign country.
So can you tell me about the admission process and the examinations?
Okay, to begin with, I knew beforehand that I need to pass 3 exams. So it's math, biology, and chemistry. And I need to have an IELTS certificate. So when I already make sure that I'm about to study here, I started to prepare for IELTS. Then I was preparing like 2-3 years before for my biology and chemistry exams in the Russian language. But then I started to study English terminology because the entrance exams are also in English language. Then I had an exams. I passed both of them, both IELTS and entering exam. And at the same time, there was a competition called motivational letter.
Based on your experience, what would you suggest to the future generation of applicants?
I think the first, but yet not least important thing that I would like to mention is English language. Even though you're about to study it within your first grade as a part of medical English course, you need to know English well, because you're about to communicate with your professors, with administration, and in order to build a bond, which is called good relationship with them, you need to know English. And another thing which is really important is not focusing on studying all those biology, chemistry, and math courses in English from the beginning, because we all know that we're studying these courses in our school in Russian or Uzbek language. So it's going to be hard for them to start it in English. Better to start learning in their own mother tongue than continue studying terminology to make it much easier and your admission process more successful.
Can you describe your typical day in university?
Well, my typical university day is a lot of lecture hours, hands-on practical sessions, and some clinical rotations. The one more important thing for me is balancing my academic commitment and personal well-being. If I'm about to balance them in a good way, means that I've made a productive and fascinating day.
Is there any differences in the timetable and the curriculum here in Central Asian University?
Of course, yeah, there are a couple of differences. If we're about to talk about timetable, we could have 4-hour or 5-hour lectures. And regarding the curriculum system, we're given sort of credits for each subject, and at the end, we're getting the grades by credits. 2 coffee, please. Okay.
By the way, can you tell me your top 3 subjects?
Yeah, I think it's clinical skills, surgical skills, and histo with physio, because I'm more of into practical things, and I love practical sessions. And it's really good that we have those type of courses in our university, because it's preparing us for a future development as a medical worker, and we're developing all those traits that we need to have as future practitioners. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you. Bye. This one is for you.
Thank you. Can you tell me about your favorite professor and the reason?
Okay, I think it's our professor from clinical skills course. His name is Dr. Rahim, and the reason for that is he is always supporting his students. He's trying to give all the knowledge that he has during our lecture hours, and always trying to share tips for our successful medical journey. And basically every professor in our university respecting their students, and every student is respecting and appreciating their professor. And I think that's the thing that I like here at CAU.
Can you tell me about the facilities provided by your university?
Logically, we can divide them into 2 different types of facilities, academic facilities and extracurricular facilities. Especially for medical school, we have a simulation center, biology lab and chemistry lab for biology and chemistry courses. And if we talk about extracurricular facilities, there consist of different range of sport facilities like football, basketball and tennis courts, as well as swimming pool.
Have you been involved in any organizational clubs here in the university?
Sure, I'm always trying to be a socially active student. Last year I was a president of student council. It was quite hard because you need to balance the work that you need to do and perform academically, and the work that you need to do in student council. And now I'm more free. I'm hanging out with my friends outside of university. And regarding the clubs, we're launching a new project at the university, which will be called CAU Med Club, Med Community. Basically a community of medical school students that are studying in our university. They will make projects, and we'll be raising an awareness regarding the problems that we have among medical school students. Basically projects from students for our own students.
As a third-year medical student, have you started practicing on real-life cases and patients?
I actually had an experience last summer when we as medical students went to Moynak and made a checkup for babies and their moms. And currently I'm having a rotation in Aqua Midline, where I'm working with different doctors in order to understand what type of specialty I'm really interested into. And it really helped me to understand and what type of residency program I'm about to apply.
Well, as you mentioned previously, you're having an experience, right, in the medical field. How do you feel like, is there any discriminations or difficulties towards young and doctors who are just starting their journey?
Of course, yeah. That's a really big problem here in healthcare system. Because if you are a young doctor, people are starting to think that you're not experienced. They don't want to enter your appointments based on my experience, based on things that I saw. And another thing is gender. If you are a female surgeon, they started to think that you're not a good surgeon because males usually need to have this profession. This profession is only for males. Second thing. And third thing, again, related to gender, and people are dividing the doctors. For example, females tend to find female doctors. Males are shy and trying to find male doctors. They don't want to enter the appointment of female neurologist because doctor will touch them and do all these procedures that they need to do. It's more of a life, it's more of a help. It's not about interaction between people, because doctors here to help them. Then why do they choosing doctors?
But like, as you said, like females get to, not like you said, patients tend to go to more male doctors rather than females. So you see there's like some kind of gender inequality present in the hospitals. Yeah. So do you feel like this can be solved in any way, or why people act this way from the beginning?
I don't think it can be solved for like once, because this problem is severe and it's more of a community problems, like social problems. And I don't think we can fix them within like even 5 years. But there are so many like trainings, so many workshops regarding this. When women are trying to speak up, they're trying to say that they do have right to work as a good surgeons. They do have right to be good workers. And the only thing that we can do is start from ourselves. For example, now I'm promoting this, I'm saying this to you. Maybe another one will also hear and say this to someone. And in this way, from one person to another person, we will start to think that every gender, like whether it's male or female, they do have kind of like
equal right,
equality, yeah. And even if you're a young doctor, even if you're not that much experienced, but you have a knowledge, you're also a good doctor. Doesn't mean that if you are only 30 and you are having an appointment that you will make a wrong treatment to your patient. Like if we're about to compare, basically the latest treatments that now doctors, practitioners are practicing here, they're good with like the doctors that became recently a doctor. Like they graduated universities, finished residency, went to another country, came back, they're young. They do have latest updates, latest knowledge. Doesn't mean if you like was working 40 years in hospital, you're about to provide the best and good treatment. No.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. It's definitely like this because like no matter where you work, everything does not depend on your experience. It mostly depends on your knowledge and understanding your job and your passion for your own work that you're doing.
Because everything is correlated.
Yeah.
You cannot just judge someone if they don't have that much experience. Maybe they have knowledge. Maybe they had an experience within this short period of time in abroad, and they studied so many things. They might be a good professionals.
Yeah, as they say, don't judge a book from its cover.
Yeah, for sure.
Like now, if you had the chance to raise your voice and tell all the young medical students who are planning to start their field as a doctor in hospitals, even though it may be here in Uzbekistan or in foreign countries, what would you like advise them, and what pathway would you like fill them into?
Okay. I think I'm not only saying it here, I always used to say to everyone, to every med school student, that everything is starting here. If you want to change something, we need to raise the awareness about it. We need to speak up from now. For example, if we're struggling with, as we mentioned before, the discrimination problem, why we can just start to make a research and start to write a paper, make a questionnaire, ask doctors, do our work and present it to everyone and convince them that we're also good practitioners, and that we can also help our patients. And if we're about to change small, tiny little things from now, it will be more easier to change the whole healthcare system. Of course, with the support of other people, because you cannot just do and change whatever you want, but you need to try to convince them, and you need to try to make it work. Not just in words. You need to have an experience, you need to have a paper, you need to have a work, and show them that this actually makes sense.
I think that that's a really good advice, and I hope everyone who watched this interview really gets the depth meaning of what you said. And basically, I wish you luck in your future, and I hope all your dreams come true, whatever you planned. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So guys, to sum up everything, my biggest goal for the future is to become the most professional and educated medical worker in my own medical field, and make a commitment to the changes of healthcare system in Uzbekistan. I know that each of you, and personally me, guys, are struggling now with our education, with all of those small and little problems that it will not make sense in the future. And we need to know that every work that is hard now will pay off at the end. And for now, guys, see you somewhere around. Bye.